Okay, I hope you were able to successfully create this new extended array class, and now let's do that together. And let's create extended array class here down below. Class, extended array, and this class extends built-in array class. Here comes body of the class, and question, do we need to add here constructor method or not? Of course not. We don't set any own properties of each instance of this class. We need to add only two methods, sum and only numbers. That's why constructor is not required here. But what about such property as length? That is a property of each array. This property will be set by parent class, by array. And this will be done automatically if we don't add here constructor method. In such case, constructor method of parent class will be called automatically. And all arguments that will be passed to extended array function call will be passed to the constructor method of array. And we have talked about that before. Okay, here we need to add only two methods, sum and only numbers. Let's add first sum. Sum without any parameters, and here inside of this method we will return result of the reduce method call. And we will call it on this, where this will be instance of extended array where we will call this sum method. And because each instance will inherit all methods from extended array, and object, we will be able to call, for example, reduce helper method. Okay, and here in the reduce method call we will add single argument callback function. It will have as usually two parameters. Let's call first sum and second will be element, el. Fat arrow, and here we will implicitly return sum plus l. That's all. Notice that in this reduce method call I don't add second argument that should be initial value of the accumulator. In our case, accumulator is sum. And in this case, when we don't supply a second argument, then first iteration will be skipped. And at second iteration, sum will be equal to first element in this array, and el will be equal to second element in this array. Okay, that's all for sum method, and let's move on to the next one. And next method will be added here, line break, and this method will be called only numbers. In this method, we need to filter input array and return new array that will contain only numbers from the input array. And we can easily use here another array helper method, filter. And inside of it will be callback function that will return true if element of the array has type number. Okay, let's do that. Return this dot filter. Again, this will refer to the instance of the extended array. So this dot filter, and here will be callback function, element, fat arrow, and here will be following expression, type of element 3 equals to number. This expression will be true if type of the element is a number, otherwise it will be false. And if it is a number, then this callback function will implicitly return result that is true, and this element will be included in the resulting array. And finally, when we will process all elements in this, that is array, we will return new array that will contain only numbers. Okay, semicolon here, and we are done with this class. Pretty simple. Now let's create instance of this class. Let's do that here below. Const first instance equal to new extended array. And here let's pass several numbers, 2, 3, 6, and 10. Let's save. We don't get any errors here. And let's try to call here sum method on this instance. And let's log result of this call to the console. Console log first instance dot sum without any arguments. Let's save, and here it is, 21. And it is correct result, that is sum of all those numbers. Let's now call another method, only numbers. Console log first instance dot only numbers. Also no arguments. Let's save, and here we get same array, 2, 3, 6, and 10. It seems that everything works as expected. Let's now try to do following. Let's try to push new element to this instance. So first instance dot push, and let's push a new element that is simply string abc. Let's save, and let's try to access this instance now. Let's save, and here it is, now new element was added. It means that this first instance has access to those methods and to methods of the array. For example, here we have accessed push method. Okay, let me clear console here, and let's access first instance here. Let's expand it. And here you will see that it contains own numeric properties, 0, 2, 1, 3, and so on. Own length property that was set by constructor located in the array prototype. And here you will see that it is instance of the extended array. And this class extends array class, here it is. And as before, here you will see object. Okay, for example, here you see push method, that is method of the array dot prototype, this one. And those methods, only numbers and sum, are methods of the extended array dot prototype. Let's check this using console log statements. Let me scroll down, and here let's verify whether or not first instance is instance of extended array. Let's save, and yes, it is true. Let me add here a comment, and let me copy those arrays for reference and paste here. And this one should be here. Okay, let's add another console log statement here. Let me copy this one, paste it here, and here instead of extended array, let me add simply array. Let's save, and it is also true, because first instance is instance of extended array and array. Of course, it is also instance of the object. Let me quickly copy this one, paste here, and here will be object. Okay, but what about proto property of first instance? Console log first instance dot proto 3 equals to extended array dot prototype. Let's save, and it is true, because prototype of the first instance is extended array dot prototype. Okay, let's now create one more instance, const second instance, and let's do the same new extended array, and here let's pass some arguments that are not numbers, true, empty string, null, and some numbers 2, 10, again false, for example, string abc, and that's it. And let's try to call only numbers method on this instance. Let's also print it to the console, and here will be second instance dot only numbers, call, save, and here is result, array with 2 elements. Important notice, if I will expand this array, you will see that its prototype is extended array dot prototype. It means that its prototype chain is the same as chain for input array. And if I will do something like this, let's, instead of console log here, let's create new variable const filtered array equal to result of this function call, delete this parent, and let's save. Now, if I will access filtered array here, I will see this structure. So it has 2 elements, 2 and 10, and its prototype is extended array dot prototype. and here is array.prototype. Let me add this information here as a comment. So console log here filtered array, and here we will get array with 2 elements, 2 and 10, and it is still instance of extended array. Okay, now you see how easy it is to extend built-in prototypes, like array or something else. And in this case, you can add any custom methods to the class that extends built-in class. And all instances of this class will be able to access all those methods and all methods of the parent class. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this challenge, and let's move on to the next one. In the next challenge, you will need to extend array once again. But next, you will create custom push method that will also modify own properties of each instance where it will be called. Okay, see you after the pause. Bye bye.